welcome to a Dreamliner 787 approaching Jakarta Airport. A fine collection of boats, ships out in the water here.
All your personal belongings with you as you leave the aircraft. Remember that smoking is not permitted until you are within designated smoking area of the airport. Handheld electronics may now be switched on.
It's very warm, very humid. We're heading to the train station I immediately like Jakarta, because makes me feel at home. I'm on a bus replacement service as the Sky train to the airport from the train station has broken down. So it's good to feel at home on a bus replacement service. Very lush. Well, I made it onto the 12 minutes past 12 train heading into the city. Should be an experience. It's a nice train from the airport station. So looking forward to seeing a bit of Jakarta. I've only have a couple of hours really before. I don't want to risk getting back. I don't feel confident with what I'm doing really. Made it so far. Retracing my steps might be tricky. So we seem to be making our way through suburban Jakarta. Started to play some sort of militaristic sounding national song. That's my guess. In the background, not on too loud, just to inspire us as we approach the city. Corrugated iron dwellings by the side of the tracks. few kind of industrial looking units and then more housing. Very colourful.
Until the train has come to a complete stop, check your belongings and nothing leave behind. Thank you for choosing Komuter Line Basuda.
So we put in another station, Duri station. This is a bit more promising. I was getting a little bit worried that it was all looking a bit like shanty towns, and I didn't really fancy walking through that looking for a place to have a cup of coffee, but we seem to be now, after 50 minutes on the train, approaching something that looks a bit more city centre like. I guess this must be, temperature outside apparently is 29 degrees. It's quite interesting, the security and gates, etc. I just want to go really get a Starbucks or something, but maybe I'll have to get a taxi just to the centre. I don't really know where the centre is, so it's a little bit confusing. I spoke to a lovely lady at a tourist information. So there's like barriers at each end here into the entrance of the station, which I think is the central station in town. That's what someone told me when I was at the airport station. So even jumping in a taxi, I don't really know where I'll be heading for. But maybe I'll see. Cheers, a cappuccino. I've just been up to get a cup of coffee, served by a very, very nice young lady, and she assured me I can walk out the gates, turn left at the top, go to like a shopping centre type place, and it's very safe. So that's good. Slightly, I suppose there's security banners all over in every sort of station really, but I feel like of all the places I've ever been, that this is the one really. I don't really know what I'm doing, and it's a little bit disconcerting. But anyway, I've seen the Kempinski building, so I'm guessing we're in a relatively posh part of town. There's lots of skyscrapers. So right, let's get out and see how the land lies. So I must remember this. That's the name of the station that I've been at, or am at, or just leaving. Oh yes, then going to join the hustle and bustle of the largest city. Oh, there's a metro there. Oh yes, this is good. The hustle and bustle of the largest city in the 4th largest country in the world by population, Indonesia. Oh, and there's a good atmosphere here as I venture out. I'm just going to wander along completely aimlessly. I have no idea. I've asked a few people what if I had to see one tourist attraction in the next 2 hours, what should it be? To be met with just quizzical looks. These are the people who've been helping me and speaking English. So I said, maybe a temple or a theatre or a museum, anything like that. And yes, I wasn't really. I think I'm just going to walk around and just see what I see. Probably miss out on some of the most amazing sights that Jakarta has to offer, but nevertheless, I'll just take it one step at a time. Right, here we go. Down this street here, lots of street food on offer, which is what we like to see. Some water, cold water. As I say, 29, 30 degrees, very humid. And very hustly and bustly. A bicycle there with all sorts on. There was an enormous motorcycle park by the airport. I've never seen so many bikes in one place, motorcycles in one place before. No, I don't know what he wanted, that guy. I think wanted to maybe polish my shoes. Well, He'd do well to polish those shoes. Pan Cafe. I am going to get a little bit of like something to eat at some point before I head back to the airport. But anyway, it's nice to get a bit of a feel for a new city. I think more by luck than judgment, I've hit a main looking street, more familiar with the cities I've been in the past. Very busy, but you know, main street looking with skyscrapers and people hustling around. There's a water fountain, beautiful water fountain feature at the bottom of this street, which I'm going to head towards. So let's see what else I can discover in the next hour and a half before I head back towards the airport on the train. Now I do feel very sweaty and in need of a wash, but I think it's true to say that water is not inviting me in. But look, this is a splendid thoroughfare, very, very busy. Lots of skyscrapers. There's an IMAX over there, which I assume is part of a shopping centre or something like that. The whole crossing the road business looks quite challenging. Streams of traffic. Not quite sure what the culture is here on how best to cross the road. Maybe just wait for a gap in the traffic, hope for the best. I think I've hit peak Jakarta here. Maybe this is the Trafalgar Square of Jakarta. We've got a magnificent water fountain there and a very impressive looking monument. They are slightly Mussolini-like, but nevertheless very impressive. And then massive roundabout. Then we got the Kempinski. We've got some neon sort of advertisements and boards. We've got a number of Grand Hyatt, the Plaza, a number of top hotels. We've got the police station there across the way. So I think I've hit what I wanted to hit here. Oh, and there's the Playa Indonesia across there. That's what I think I'm going to head to. See if I can get a cup of coffee, maybe freshen up inside. If it's an inside experience. It is very warm and humid outside, it must be said. I'm not quite sure what the latitude we're on here is. I need to check that. No, I've got no internet at the moment. I tried to join an internet service, failed miserably. So if I can get a bit of Wi-Fi, then maybe I can download a little bit of data, so I'm not so cut off as I am at the moment. But here we are, Jakarta, folks. Very busy city, it must be said. Well, home from home here, guys. My favourite coffee place in Doha was the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and there's a branch of it there in the Plaza Indonesia. So maybe I'll go and grab another cup of coffee there. And then we got the Hotel Indonesia Kempinski. Some more neon lights flashing in the distance further down the road, but I really am pouring with sweat now. It really is hot. I think I want some AC before I melt away. Here's the staff entrance. Maybe the staff are really desperate to get in when they're not meant to, because that's an impressive looking barrier to stop the staff getting in. Now it feels very tropical, and the forecast did say thunderstorms after a fine morning, which is how it's developing. Look, and there's a big cloud developing above the Mandarin Oriental there, so maybe we will get a bit of thunder and lightning later. Right, where's this shopping centre? So it must have just had Chinese New Year, and apparently it's Year of the Snake. That really is a very striking structure. Look at that, almost stained glass window like. The Osteria Grill. All of a sudden, it feels more like Doha. There's the Coffee Bean, which I might well frequent in a moment. Oh look, it's got the same type of stuff. And it's beautifully cool. The sweat is now congealing on my back. It's gone from being hot to cold very quickly. But it is very nicely air conditioned in here. And I'm just going to stroll around, I think. And then grab a cup of coffee, regroup, and try and get a little bit of Wi-Fi if I can. Looks like quite a big shopping centre, really. I don't know whether to go down this way or this way, maybe. Let's go down this way. Head to the Dior shop, it makes sense. Don't think I've ever been in one. Oh, it is nice and cool, though. We really are spoilt for choice, because along with Coffee Bean, naturally there's Starbucks as well. Oh yes, I like that. Right, see which has got the best Wi-Fi. Starbucks is often quite good for Wi-Fi. Oh, there's another one over here. Percentage Arabica. So maybe come back. Let's head down this way. Well, this is very nice. I'm in the shopping centre, very, very upmarket shopping centre, at a Coffee Bean, having an warm almond croissant and English breakfast tea with a little bit of milk. I say a little bit of milk, they've got a bit overboard. But anyway, very, very nice. Well, what a strange mixture Jakarta is. Some very, I suppose it's like a lot of places really, some very, very posh up-end stuff, mixed in with some, obvious poverty and deprivation, etc. Certainly on the way in there was lots and lots of shanty looking buildings that we went past on the train. So fascinating place. I wish I had longer here, and I also wish maybe I was with somebody who actually knew a bit more what they were doing. I've just kind of randomly come to what I think is the heart of town. I think I've successfully navigated that, and we'll start to meander back, maybe take a slightly different route, but I need to make my way back to the station for 3:05 when the train will depart for the airport. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy my tea and almond croissant, and then I'm going to take it from there. Now, I kind of had a little bit of Wi-Fi, so I've typed in something relatively close that I can go to. Tourist spot. It's in a park, and there's a big sort of tower or something like that. That's what it looks like. And so I'm walking towards it, and then I thought I might just get the taxi back to the station, or if really desperate times, get the taxi back to the airport. But I want that 3:05 train, so I'm walking swiftly. It says it's about a half hour's walk. Now normally I can do a half hour's walk on Google in about 20 minutes, so that's what I'm hoping. And just have a very quick look at this park with the big tower in. Be nice to do something a little bit touristy whilst here. I don't know if Erdogan is particularly popular here, or he's going to make some sort of visit, but I've seen quite a few of these around. It's like a little traditional coffee bar, I guess, with a corrugated iron roof. Some nice nettles and things. Right in the heart of the city. So we've reached the Popeyes and Burger King on one side of the road, and Subway and Pizza Hut, and McDonald's on the other side of the road. This really must be the central bit of Jakarta. Look at that, all those. When you've got fine eating establishments like this, then you must be in the heart of town. Unfortunately, this is where I have second thoughts. I really don't want to miss that train. I have no idea how easy it is to get a taxi back from the place I'm heading to. And if I go all the way there, I'm definitely missing that train. So I think I'm going to turn back, just retrace my steps. I've got a little taste of Jakarta. It looks a fascinating city. I'd love to come back and do more of it sometime, but as I said, today was only ever going to be a little taste. So heading back to the station. Right. Alright, so I've managed to navigate my way back to the train station. I've got about 20 minutes before the train, so did it quite comfortably in the end. But I need to get my ticket and find out what platform it's on. So, Station BNI City. So if you're ever in Indonesia, that seems to be the one to head for if you are at the airport. Right, I am now retracing my steps back. Some of these dwellings are coming right up to the train window. There you are, look. Garden there encroaching on the train station. And look how close that guy is to the train there.
Jangan sampai ada yang tertinggal ataupun tertukar. Kami mengucapkan terima kasih telah menggunakan komuter lain Basuta. Dear passengers, we will arrive at your station. Please remain seated until the train has come to a complete stop. Check your belongings and nothing left behind. Thank you for choosing komuter lain Basuta.